This video is sponsored by F1 Delta Time. F1 Delta Time is the officially licensed F1 game from Animoca Brands running on the Ethereum blockchain. In F1 Delta Time, you buy NFTs, racing cars, components, drivers and tyres. You put them together in your workshop and then you can go off and race the daily time trial. This is different tracks under different weather conditions, and at the end of the week the top placed players gain rewards. There's also a staking mechanic, which means you can stake cars that you are not using in the game and gain the in-game cryptocurrency called Rev. The game is now launching its 2020 season with a new set of NFTs, and is also now experimenting with NFTs that allow you to own parts of the track, which means anytime players race on that track you also gain some Rev token. You can check it all out at f1deltatime.com. Thanks for the sponsorship. Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World Daily with me, John Jordan. The news of blockchain just does not stop, although I'm not very qualified for this one. Okay, so Animoca Brands, a company we've covered a lot, doing the most active company in blockchain games at the moment, has signed a deal with Bratz. So if you're like me, a middle-aged man, you haven't got a clue what Bratz are. Can't know everything, can we? So anyway, so Bratz, big among young girls, I am hastening to guess. These weird little characters, they are dolls, I think, and also the usual sort of animated characters and all this sort of stuff. Very weird, don't have noses, don't know why. How do they smell? Terrible. Bratz are coming to blockchain. Specifically, this announcement is a project coming to the Wax blockchain. Wax blockchain is a kind of variant of the EOS blockchain. Been pretty successful in 2020, launching NFT collections. So did the Topps cards, playing cards. They did a weird William Shatner one. Just done one with Deadmau5, the DJ. So quite a lot of stuff going on Wax. Done the Cogs one as well. So that's a kind of good place maybe to launch NFTs. It's very easy onboarding. I guess that's the one thing with Wax is it's very simple to set up wallets there. So we've got this Bratz card sale going on the 22nd of December. But the press release is actually a bit more interesting and is a bit more in depth than just making some NFTs that run on Wax, because that's broadly not very interesting, I think. What we are actually talking about mainly, this is the card sale stuff. I won't really go into that. Is a game. So we have a blockchain game, Bratz Looks. I am assuming this is going to run on Wax as well. There are some games running on Wax, not a vast amount, but it wouldn't make any sense really to create NFTs on one blockchain and then launch the Bratz Looks blockchain game on some other blockchain. So I'm assuming it's going to go to Wax. It doesn't actually say that. But what's interesting about the game is they are positioning it very much like they would do any normal, not a normal I suppose, but any blockchain game. So the fact this is a thing that will appeal to, I guess, kind of, do they call them tweenage girls, kind of young teens and younger girls who clearly are not the market who are rushing to buy Bitcoin at the moment. Then they're doing a proper blockchain game. They're having NFTs. They're talking about. Let's go down to the bottom here. The game here is Bratz Looks. So they're talking about a game where you do the things they would expect. So they have these characters and they get clothes and they style them up. But then it has this play to earn model. So play to earn, people have been talking about a lot this year about you play these blockchain games and you can earn money in them because you own the things in the game. This is Axie Infinity. This is the people in the Philippines making their living at playing Axie Infinity. So this play to earn model is coming to Bratz Looks. So this is quite a heavy duty marketing around a game that you wouldn't expect this audience will be like, well, how can I make money? And an 11-year-old girl going, Mama, how can I make money playing this game? But they're going to do it, so good for them, I suppose. So it's interesting here, the mechanic here. So they're going to be playing around with their dolls and customizing them like you would expect, and then there'll be these freezing events. Where their doll designs will be effectively minted into NFTs, so that some element of this will be like off-chain. There's an off-chain, a centralized sort of system where they're playing with these things and there's no blockchain attached. But then at some point you can create NFTs that are obviously on the blockchain, we're assuming the Wax blockchain, and then people can buy and sell them. That's pretty interesting. That's not necessarily what you would expect this kind of brand to be doing. It even has its own cryptocurrency. So we have this this ERC. So that's actually this is actually a Ethereum token. So maybe the Bratz Looks games may be an Ethereum game rather than a Wax game. I don't know. That seems a bit confusing. And this will also connect to the larger Animoca Brands blockchain ecosystems. That's games like F1 Delta Time, potentially the Sandbox. So there's quite a lot of interlinked stuff going on here. This is not a simple cashing game. I guess you wouldn't do a simple cashing game because this audience doesn't understand it. Presumably, maybe they're thinking that the middle-aged men are going to buy these things and educate their daughters in blockchain. I mean, it's not a bad idea, I suppose. But this is going to be a cryptocurrency. You know, so this is quite a radical approach. This is quite a full-on blockchain approach to what is a brand that you wouldn't imagine to be doing, to having a full-on blockchain sort of approach. I mean, it's not a brand you'd expect to be on blockchain straight away. But one of the interesting things, I think, that in 2020 we have seen, mainly from Animoca Brands, but not just that, is quite a number of surprising IPs coming to blockchain. So we've got in the Sandbox, which is owned by Animoca Brands, but kind of a separate company. They've done Care Bears and the Smurfs, again very kind of young kid sort of brands. They've got those NFTs in that game. We've got a few other things. We've got the Genies avatar system is coming to the Flow blockchain. We've also got Dr. Zeus, the Cat in the Hat, all that sort of stuff coming to the Flow blockchain, the Dapper Labs, the CryptoKitty people. And more broadly, we've got some bigger brands. So we've had Major League Baseball and the National Baseball Association doing blockchain things. That's been going on for a while. So those are kind of the brands you'd expect. But what I've been very surprised about this year is quite a lot of brands, you know, non-characteristic brands for the kind of audience of people who are into cryptocurrency, which is young to middle-aged males who are into tech. I imagine there is not a large crossover with the Bratz audience. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to flog the horse on that one, but it is interesting that this sort of stuff is coming. Obviously, you can plan this sort of stuff and it could be a total flop, or it could be that the middle-aged men are buying this kind of stuff as some sort of investment and it doesn't quite kind of meet its audience. Obviously, the point of sticking this kind of stuff on the blockchain is you want the audience who are already playing it to get it. You know, I don't think they're expecting to get middle-aged men playing this. Maybe they are. Who knows? Anyway, we'll keep an eye on it. Thanks for watching the video. This is Blockchain Gaming World, where we're trying to make sense of it all. Increasingly difficult, but we do our best. So if you like this sort of stuff, please do subscribe. But thanks for watching, and see you again soon.